Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, Todd, we've known each other for years. You have such a tremendous clinical program, right, that can really change people's lives. So, but like any great technique, the technique is only as good as the patient's commitment and their desire to change their life. So we were talking about this at breakfast. You've established a system that helps doctors raise their standard on the impact that they can make in the lives of their patients. Not only that, but that's how we fulfill our purpose, right? Mm-hmm. So we're talking about this at breakfast. We were born a chiropractor, and purpose, fulfilling our purpose is a choice.
Which is a great quote.
Yeah, so really, your ability to impact a person's life is based on your retention. That's it. It's like math, man. Look at your PVA. So what we're going to do is, while we're going through all the clinical part and the patient processing, then I'm going to interject with all the human behavior communication, so before you can transform their body, you got to transform their mind. Mm-hmm. So you're going to show them how to transform their body. I'm going to show them how to transform their mind. We're going to bring that together, and it's going to be a huge impact, the impact event.
Perfect name. Yeah, we even have pens made.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Yeah, mine right here.
So like something else too that we were talking about that I think we're going to open up with is that, and like going through and kind of throwing our little one-liners at each other, not really intentionally, but just trying to get to the bottom of what's going to be the most impactful thing that we can say is the juice is worth the squeeze, meaning there is a lot of effort and a lot of work to go into building these systems and setting the foundation, but it's like, what kind of chiropractor do you want to be long term? Like in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, if you look back and you say, well, I just had this lean and mean operation where I just saw X number of people, I had one staff person, we kept it really simple, but the results and the impact was also very simple and very limited. And then it's like, are you really fulfilling your sole purpose, which is something that you always talk about.
Right, yeah, there's a whole book on it. You're more powerful than you think. But, I believe as chiropractors, we're born into it, we're called to a great level. So we're not here to judge what your vision or what your goal is. And I always say the greatest pain is an unfulfilled purpose. So what that vision is, what your potential is in here, and the greatest pain is that void that's in here that you're not fulfilling your purpose. So you created a system. It's going to help people raise their standards. We're going to bring in a communication system to help people and your patients raise their standards. The funny thing, speaking about standards, there's only one reason people quit. They didn't raise their standards on the life they wanted to live, which means we didn't know how to inspire them. So if you're going to have high standards in what you do clinically for people, then have the high standards in your mindset so you can change the mindset and raise the standards of your patients so they can live their life at a higher level. And then you are fulfilled really from your heart, more than your mind, but from your heart.
I think, and in hearing you say that, I think about that just pops up in my mind is that for so many years in practice, and really, I think this started once I met Fred, okay? I met Fred, we were just thinking about this, and it was
9 years ago.
Right, so like 9 years ago now. And so there's so many things that I do subconsciously that were as a result of training with Fred, learning systems and things that he's taught me. And so that's naturally rolled over into a lot of the stuff that's come out inside of our Move Now system. So what better way than to go to the source of that and bring that back in? So it's like something that I'm telling people all the time is, look, I'm not the like functional movement guru that knows the most out of all the exercise science. That's not me. I know enough to be able to make it very useful and implementable. But the big part that I've done is the systems, is put all the systems together. That's how I'm wired. I'm the systems guy. And sometimes I go off on the systems and I forget about the emotion and the communication and that's where several weeks ago when you and I got together and we filmed a bunch of videos and just seeing that come out again where you're like, Todd, how about this right here? You're missing that. You're not talking about this. And then it was like, okay, awesome. That's how we not really up our conversion all that much because our conversion's super high, but that's how we get now spouses to come in earlier, families to come in earlier.
And lifestyle patients.
And lifestyle, and huge. And that's actually a word that now I've been using with all my patients, with everything, when I'm going through financials. I've been saying over and over again, the first 12 weeks is just the beginning, moving you into lifestyle. Because that's something that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Something that you said last time that has stuck in my head is, how long are you committed to a strong and healthy body?
Right. Great question.
So I'm like, that's like the best question in the world, right? How long are you committed to a strong and healthy body? That's a great question to ask when someone says, how long do I have to come in here for? Well, if they're saying that, obviously you missed something for them to even ask that question to begin with.
It's a big reframe right
Right,
there.
right. So anyway, I am excited this weekend as I'm teaching to learn and hear what's going to come out with this, because this is not, it's not like we sat down and figured out everything we're going to do with this. It's like, I'm going to go through the system.
We trust each other.
Yeah. So it's like
Trust each other in the process.
So we're going from day 1 to day 5, which, you know, it's a day 1 through day 3 that is basically how you teach it. And we just have some things we add on day 4 and 5. And then it's hearing everything that you can bring to it as we go, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, so this is probably how it's going to kind of go.
Probably.
I'll say something, you say something, I'll say something, you say something.
Probably, yes.
That'll be good.
Side note, for all of our Move Now doctors, I put a post up maybe like a week ago, and it's something that we can put up again, but Dr. Fred filmed a bunch of videos. I mean, he and I filmed videos. He did most of the talking on this, but it was going through our day 1 through day 5. And so I think we had about 7 hours of edited footage. So edited footage, like it's all good stuff to watch from start to finish over and over and over again. That's inside of one of the sections inside of Move Now University. It's to get access to that, shoot me a message. I can put the link up because I created a link at one point as well. And then to everyone else who's watching this, who's not a member, who's followed our stuff for a while, this is yet one more reason to get involved with what we're doing, is that we got, in my opinion, and it's a biased opinion, but I think I'm right, the best communication guy, not just in chiropractic, but I think one of the best communication people out there alone for no matter what someone's doing, because you dedicated your life to this.
Yeah, it's been a couple decades, 21 years now, into studying human behavior and communication, yeah. And I've been professionally trained, Roberto Monaco, and I mean, we could go back through, you know, I've studied from expert people, so, you know, the credit goes to all the teachers and the mentors. And then it's a purpose, man. You know, we have a life purpose, and you know, we don't want to experience that pain of an unfulfilled purpose, so we do what it takes. So I appreciate that.
Awesome, cool. Let's see who's on this. Hey, Michael Miller, how's it going? Michael Miller's in town. He's going to be here joining us. And just
Cool.
He's probably waiting up at the front desk going, when can I get in? Well, if you're here and you want to head over, you can come on and head over, hang out with us a little early before we start. But with that said,
All right, that's it. I'm going to have a great weekend.
All right, over and out.
All right, peace.